Today's horoscope from Astrocademy Leo January 28, 2022. Today, you could feel a bit overwhelmed. There could be a lot of visitors to your office, and you might need to play host throughout the day. Or you might be caught up in many meetings with clients. Chances are that you will be communicating with dozens of people at once. Your phones could be ringing off the hook, and everyone could be demanding your attention right now. Try to prioritize things as best you can. You could be feeling very affectionate today, as planetary energies highlight your appreciation of loved ones and friends. That warm heart of yours might express itself by giving compliments, granting raises, or flirting outrageously with someone you're attracted to. There will certainly be a sparkle in your eye and a skip in your step. If you're already married or romantically involved, don't forget to let that person in on all the fun. Mysterious influences are at work, and it may pay you to take special note of your dreams as they could contain some very important messages. Whatever feelings come to you concerning any new situations you are moving into, trust them and trust your own judgment. The females in your life may also be able to provide insights and perspectives relating to a problem over which you have spent much time in deep thought. The day ahead is an excellent opportunity to take a little rest from the huge endeavor you started several weeks ago. But don't feel guilty, you won't be wasting your time. A change of scene will be refreshing, and you'll return to the job later with renewed energy. Your friends or family may invite you on a pleasant outing today. Go along and enjoy yourself. Your optimistic and positive charisma are magnetic. A friend or family member may need your help fairly soon, so don't hesitate to offer them assistance, since you have the necessary resources. It will definitely make you feel good to help others, knowing that they will remember you for it. One way or another, you've got to bring in the flirting vibes into your life. After all, it's all about the love right now. If that means hunting within a new social group, get busy. Full of positive energy, it seems your efforts have paid off. Be sure you don't get too carried away, just because others find it difficult to refuse you. Try to remain modest. In spite of the attention and flattery you receive, other people also like to have some attention paid to them. Give recognition where it's due. You have always been very sensitive to the drama of an unhappy childhood. Today you can no longer stand the thought of all those children living in misery, victims of war or other atrocities. And this all becomes especially painful, and you take a look at the happy children full of joy that you have around you. You may be thinking that it's time for you to do something about it. The vibrations of the day will make you think about your social status. Are you really where you want to be? 1. Do you feel exploited these days? Maybe it's time to be a little rebellious. Of course, you don't usually act this way. You are known for your abilities to compromise, but there's nothing better than a good kick in the pant to get things in order. Take advantage of the surprise effect to get what you deserve. Expect to receive word from people you haven't heard from in some time. Today's mail could be full to the brim with cards and letters. Why not make yourself a cup of tea and savor each and every correspondence? You could wind up feeling nostalgic for the good old days, when life seemed simpler and more of your friends were nearby. Pick up the phone and give one of those old friends a call. She'd be delighted to hear from you. As Mercury spends his first full day back in your career sector, this adds to a call to slow down, and for the next few days at least, make the most of a chance to pause. It is not just that Mercury has retrograded back in, but while Venus is not only still in retrograde motion here, but at a near standstill. With Mars in his early days here, there could be some frustration or impatience, but considering how busy things could become, make the most of what could be the last quiet spell. Life has taken a busier turn over the last few days, and that will only increase, with February set to be one of the busiest months of the year. With the moon having already made its first visit to your romantic and relationship sectors for the year, you might need to work harder to make both a priority. The Leo moon faces off with expansive Jupiter this morning, bringing an abundance of attention your way. Feeling like all eyes are on you can be a little disconcerting, so it's important to remember that it's okay to put off answering messages or phone calls until you're feeling up to it. Luckily, Things begin to feel more grounded and organized only a short time later, and the moon changes signs into pragmatic Virgo. Use this energy to tap into your efficient side and knock out any correspondence or task you've been avoiding recently. Venus faces off with deceptive Neptune this evening, so things could get a little weird in romantic relationships. The energy here can cause us to inflict more damage than we realize in the moment, so try not to be overly critical or demanding of your partner or yourself right now. If you sense that someone is lying to you or gaslighting you, you might want to back away from the situation for a day or two so you can reflect privately and gain a clearer perspective on how you feel about the situation. This evening, feelings of restlessness are likely to manifest, and the moon aligns with passionate Mars while entering a harsh T-square to the nodes of fate. Your desire for change could be supercharged, and you may feel passionate about getting ahead on your path, but issues from the past or uncertainty about the future could leave you feeling stuck. In the morning, the Leo moon opposes Jupiter in Aquarius, making us vulnerable to others' jealousies. In centering conversations around our own experiences, we can come off as showboat-y. We are entirely naive to this, unable to see ourselves realistically and believing that we are making friends when we are really attracting people who want to see us knocked off our pedestal. We should be mindful of how we are presenting ourselves, as well as the company we are keeping. Perhaps it will be better to put off new introductions until later in the morning, as the moon enters its void following this aspect. We only get one chance to make a first impression, so we might as well hedge our bets. 2.5 hours later, the moon enters Virgo, ending its void of course. Over the next 2 days, our interests lie in organizing, restructuring, and perfecting our routines. Doing so gives us a feeling of emotional satisfaction, as if we are insulating ourselves from the disorganization and clutter of the outside world. The same attitude that enables us to tackle tedious mundane duties and also make us critical of others' choices or predispositions. Aim to stay on your own path and let others live their lives. You'll save more energy this way. Spiritual or artistic practices may feature prominently in the days to come, helping define our rituals and praxis. It would be a waste to let this transit pass by without establishing some covenant within ourselves, to permit our dreams to shape the objectives of our work and daily lives. Psychic hits should be heeded, and intuitive impulses followed. There is wisdom to be found, even in sources that are apparently nonsensical. Remember that the imagination is a space of conception, and all physical creations have been birthed from this space. The trick lies in believing the impossible is possible.